In this edition of LC News, the Science Fair has made a return to Lawrence County High School for the first time in 5 years.
Basketball season is starting with Meet the Bulldogs.
And Lawrence County High School has attended KYA once again. I'm Jacob Laney.
I'm Jason O'Daniel.
And this is LC News. Recently, the Science Fair has made a return to Lawrence County High School for the first time within the past 5 years. Here's David and Adriana with the full story.
This year we brought back the Science Fair at Lawrence County High School. It's the first one we've had in 5 or 6 years. And this year we had 75 students compete, and they submitted 43 different projects. Of the 6 categories, the top 3 were placed, and the top 2 in each category will move on to the regional competition.
I got to first place in the animal and plant science category, and I will be going to ACTC for the regional science fair.
We got second place in plant and animal sciences.
We were given this opportunity through the ACTC class, Bio 112.
We will be attending the ACTC Science Fair.
Each category was judged by teachers at the Lawrence County High School based on the different disciplines that they teach, and each category was judged by 2 to 3 different judges, and their scores were averaged to determine the places.
I had the pleasure of judging the 2017-18 School Science Fair. This year I judged 18 projects in the biomed and health sciences field, and there are a lot of great projects. It was a tight race. A lot of projects just were outstanding. Had a lot of good data with them, which is really important. It'll be really great to see how these kids turn out in the 5CO Regional Science Fair. I'm excited. I hope not just for the kids that I judged in the biomed, but also the physics and consumer science reports and all those. But it was a really fun experience. It took quite a while to get through 18 projects, but I feel like it was time well spent.
We would like to congratulate students that placed in the Science Fair. And basketball is starting with Meet the Bulldogs. Here is Sierra with the full story.
This season looks promising. We asked both the girls and boys teams what they are looking forward to.
Our goals for this season is to win district and to make some noise in the region, because we've went out with not as strong as what we wanted to. So we're looking to get to the championship this year.
New district, we do play Floyd Central, which we had trouble with South Floyd last year, but I think it would be a great competition between all of us. We're on a great start with great teamwork, and I hope it just stays that way.
This season we have many things going on. We're just excited to get back on the hardwood. Our new district is very difficult. We have Betsy Lane, who returns both of their seniors, very strong players. South Floyd, which is now Floyd Central, lost most of their players. They have a nucleus returning, 3 really strong guards. So, and then Prestonsburg, they've been playing really well lately. So it won't be an easy feat at all. We're looking forward to the challenge, and it's going to be a difficult one. Well, you have to start in the off season. You can't just pick a basketball up October 15th. So, we work out in the spring, we come back over the summer, and then we work out in the fall. So, but since October 15th, since we started official practice, we've been in the weight room, we've been in the gym working on all of our game plan and just, getting in shape and working hard to get ready for the season.
I'm looking forward to this season to win a district championship and play with all the people that's worked hard this season.
I'm looking forward to playing with my friends and getting to play the game of basketball and having fun.
I just really looking forward with this young team to see our growth and see how much better we can get as the season goes on. We're really focusing on the process and trying to get better each day, and hopefully that'll result in what we're looking for is trying to get another district championship if possible. 1 and 3 straight, we kind of set that tone, and hopefully we can get to that point again this year.
We would like to wish the Bulldogs the best of luck for the rest of their basketball season. Recently, Lawrence County High School students have attended the Kentucky Youth Assembly at the Capitol Building. Here's Caden with the full story.
KYA is the Kentucky Youth Association, and it's a conference run by the Kentucky YMCA, which is really a mock legislature, and it gives students a chance from all over the state to come together to try to pass bills. There's also a mock Supreme Court, so it really gives us a taste of how laws and government is run in the state of Kentucky, except it's all done by students from all across the state.
At KYA, students have the opportunity to participate in many programs, such as a lobbyist program, a Supreme Court program, a bill sponsor program, and a media corps program. I was our delegation's lobbyist. As a lobbyist, my job was to promote bills that were assigned to me by the KYA. One of our students, SKEENS, was actually a presiding officer, and he had the opportunity to sit on the stage and run the conference as Attorney General. Here's what he had to say about the conference.
My job at KYA was I was a presiding officer. I was one of the very few people that sat on the stage and we ran the conference. I was Attorney General. I had to study the Constitution and know it almost word for word. My main area of expertise was what we call the Constitutionality Room. It was a room where we took every bill that any school brought to the conference and we compared it to the Constitution and declared whether or not the governor should sign it based on how it compared to the Constitution, if it violated anything.
KYA was really fun. I was a bill author, and pretty much what a bill author does is you take a couple months to prepare a piece of legislation that you're going to go and pass through the House and Senate there at KYA. My bill got through the House and Senate, and the governor actually vetoed my bill, and after he vetoed it, I had to go in front of the entire delegation and get an override veto, which it was a 2/3 vote, and I happened to get that bill passed. So now it's up to a actual congressman here in Kentucky to adopt that bill if necessary.
The media corps is the journalistic branch of the KYA, and there's 4 different parts of it. There's the photography, the newscast, the newspaper, and social media. And each one does different things during the conference. I was lucky enough to be able to apply for the job of assistant editor, and I ended up working with the print media, so that means I designed and organized and edited the magazine that went out at the end of the conference. The written word is what we called it, and I had a lot of fun doing it, as much fun as I'd had at any other Y conference.
We would like to wish good luck to the students participating in KYA next year. Recently, students from all over the county experimented with robotics. Here's Carrie Jo with the full story.
Gate Discovery Days provide an avenue for our kids in Lawrence County who have been identified as gifted and talented in any area from grades 5 through 8, from Louisa East, Louisa Middle, Fallsburg, and Blaine, to come together to have time to use critical thinking skills, to learn to work cooperatively together, and to just explore all kinds of different things.
When we do a Discovery Day, we go to different places and learn stuff that you wouldn't learn in an ordinary school. So like today we went and learned all about robots and circuits.
I've done very critical thinking, and it has to be very precise and accurate.
It's something that your Lawrence County folks do about every year, but they've just done it in an individual school. And today gave them an opportunity to bring several of the schools together. Not every school in our region can afford a class set of robots or STEM manipulatives of different kinds. And so we decided we would do kind of a lending library. And so we put together, we looked at what was out there and what would be the most fun for students, but also give them a good educational experience. And we put kits together, and then we offer those to schools. So they asked me to come over today, and so I looked at what robots and things that I had that weren't out at schools and told them here's what I could bring. And now the cool thing is that the teachers can borrow them and take them back to their classroom. So even though the kids had a fun experience playing around with them today, they can really dig deeply into them and learn a whole lot more from them in their classrooms.
I think probably Dash Robot stole the show.
My station is called Dash, and what we did was we had robots. The kids could go on there on these 2 apps we used, and they could use our remote control to like control them and move around, or they could like make them do different patterns and stuff like dancing, make noises, and like basically control what they did.
My job was to activate the robot and make sure like it didn't fall off the stage or anything.
Today we worked with a Lego bot where we had to build it, and then to hook it up we had to put the converters together to make it power, and then we would program it to make it go forward or backwards or turn around or stop.
It made me view robotics very differently, especially when we got to play with the Legos, because I didn't know you can build like robots with Legos, and there's this one little compartment where you could take off the top and put in some batteries to make it like move.
The first thing we did was we did Ozobots, and like we had to like do coding, and you had to draw the marker on the line, and like it was really precise. We drew lines and the robots followed the lines. That was pretty cool. I had no idea that you could draw those lines and make the robots like go on them.
My favorite station today was Cubelets.
We instruct and guide the kids in what we call cubelets. They're little cubes that have their own little function, and they put them together to make a bigger function. And it teaches the kids creativity and trial and error. They've been doing well. After we show them what each block does and that you have to have a power cell to power it, they do pretty well.
It's very important in the order you do stuff and that you learn from your mistakes.
We have our high school YCC students who are here assisting, so they got to participate.
It's been fun to watch the interaction with the high school students and the younger students, and the high school students have really enjoyed themselves, I think, messing around with the stuff, but then they've done a great job of being leaders for the younger ones and working with that.
The robots were okay, but helping the kids and just getting that feeling that you're doing something good was awesome. I definitely want to do something like that in my future, and I've thought about it before, that helping the community and the kids, it's something good.
It looks like the students had a lot of fun experimenting with the robots. Recently, Fallsburg Elementary School hosted a STEM fair where their students could experiment with some technology of their own. Here's Mr. Prince with the full story.
Fallsburg Elementary recently hosted a Science and Technology Career Night.
My name is KATRINA SLONE, and I'm the STEM lead at Kentucky Valley Education Cooperative. And Fallsburg invited me to come for their STEM day. And so I brought Ozobots, is one of the toys we brought today. And so they're just these cool little robots that follow lines. And the kids have been having fun programming them with different colors. And we also brought some augmented reality. So the kids could color a card, and then they can use the iPads to actually make it pop up in 3D. So that's always kind of fun activity. So those are the things that we brought today, just to give kids an opportunity to try out some new things with STEM.
We're excited about STEM night tonight. We have lots of boys and girls and parents that came out this evening and to learn about the science, mathematics, technology. We have learning blades set up, so we have different stations that kids are able to work around, explore with, and just let them know the different opportunities that STEM has to offer and things that are going on here in Lawrence County and at Fallsburg Elementary.
And I was on a roller coaster, and it was kind of creepy. It looked like I was going to fall.
We have it set up for all the kids at the school and in the community to come through and see some science and technology careers that are not only available in this area but are available throughout, and some products that are available. We have Dr. Beetle's dentistry set up, and they have a cavity checker. You can check your cavities. We have virtual reality set up. And there's some robots, dinosaur robots set up from ACTC.
We're with the Ashland Community and Technical College Mobile Technology Lab, and Mia Brown invited us here this evening to share some of our robotics and virtual reality we could bring in and let the kids touch and experience and work with, so that they can see what it's like to experience something different without ever leaving their seat.
Deer were running at me, and I was riding in a truck, and there was some dude driving the truck. I seen like sharks, and I was under the sea, and when I looked down I seen my feet, but I didn't see no legs. It was just my feet.
All parties agreed that Fallsburg Science and Technology Career Night was a big success, and they look forward to next year.
And now for some announcements. If students have not done their Google Classroom assignments already, we would like to remind them to go ahead and do that so we get credit for the days that we have missed.
Also, yearbooks are currently on sale for $50. Please, students, if you want to purchase a yearbook, go ahead and do so before the price rises.
Finally, we would like to remind students that prom is coming up.
Thank you for watching this edition of LC News.